started here. All right. In the matter of People versus Thing on file number 244857, appearances for the record.
Gary Turner on behalf of Manpreet Singh.
And Mr. Is it pronounced Rafiq?
Yeah, this is Rafiq.
And you interpreter on Mr. Singh's case?
Yes, I am.
All right. If I could have you raise your right hand to be sworn in, please. Do you solemnly swear that you will translate the English language into Punjabi language and the Punjabi language into the English language and a true translation make between the witness, the court, counsel?
I do.
The best of your ability, so help you God.
I do.
All right. And Ms. Turner, do you waive the reading?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay.
We would,
शुरू कर लगे ने.
oh, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
We would waive a formal reading, enter a plea of not guilty, and refer to OAC. I have confirmed his addresses.
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਆਪਣੇ ਨਾ
this
ਪਲੀ ਨਹੀਂ
name
ਕਰਦੇ
is
ਪਏ,
the
ਤੁਸੀਂ
last.
ਵੇਵ ਕਰਦੇ ਪਏ ਆਪਣੇ ਰਾਈਟ.
All right. Court will enter a plea of not guilty, refer to office of assigned counsel. I also have file number 244567.
ਤੇ ਜੱਜ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਐਂਟਰ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਪਲੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਐਂਟਰ ਕਰਦਾ ਪਿਆ ਅੱਜ.
And as to bond, Ms. Turner,
ਇਹ ਬਾਂਡ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕੰਡੀਸ਼ਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਨਾ,
Your Honor, I have discussed with Mr. Singh the importance of not having any contact with the listed complaining witness. Mr. Singh is my client on the underlying case.
ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਡਿਸਕਸ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ ਕਿ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੇਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਨਵੋਲਵ ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਿਰਫ ਆਪਣੇ ਵਕੀਲ ਨਾਲ ਰਾਬਤਾ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਹੈ.
And Mr. Singh has let me know that he does have seizures and is unable to work at the moment.
ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੌਰੇ ਸ਼ੋਰੇ ਪੈਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਕੰਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਨਾ.
So for these reasons, we would ask for a PR bond or an alternative, a reasonable bond.
ਤੇ ਉਹ ਰਿਕੁਐਸਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪੀਆਰ ਬਾਂਡ ਜਾਂ ਮਿਲਟਰੀ ਬਾਂਡ ਦੀ ਰਿਕੁਐਸਟ ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਨੇ ਜੱਜ ਕੋਲੋਂ.
given that this court had a no contact order on 244567, given that there is an alleged contact on 9/1 of 24, this court will revoke bond.
ਤੇ ਅਜੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਕੋਈ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੰਡੀਸ਼ਨਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਉਹ ਜਿਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਪਏ ਨਾ, ਰਿਵੋਕ ਕਰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਪਏ ਬਾਂਡ ਨੂੰ.
And have no bond on the other case, and Ms. Turner, you'll need to file a motion to address bond.
ਤੇ ਦੂਸਰੇ ਕੇਸ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਕੋਈ ਬਾਂਡ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵਕੀਲ ਨੂੰ ਮੋਸ਼ਨ ਫਾਈਲ ਕਰਨਾ ਪਏਗਾ.
Understood, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Mr. Rafiq, thank you for your help.
Thank you ਜੀ.
All right, now moving to Browning. In the matter of People versus Elizabeth Browning on 231797, 242009, 241945, and 243765. Appearance, and ticket number 4097238. Appearances for the record.
Harry Turner on behalf of Elizabeth Browning. We do have an updated address for Miss Browning if the court would like it.
Not right now.
Okay.
We'll get that in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to recall all the bench warrants. And then you're waiving the reading on the files.
That is a correct statement, Your Honor. We would waive a formal reading, enter a plea of not guilty, for the OAC for all the files.
The court will enter pleas of not guilty, office of assigned counsel. I have the pre-exam on 9/12 at 8:40, the preliminary exam 9/18 at 10 a.m. That's in front of Judge Jerns on the felony file. And then with regard to bond.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Browning has lived in Saginaw County for the past 4 years. She has indicated to me that the reasons for her failure to appear was that she had some doctor's appointments. She was not able to, she was not getting the correct notifications. Unfortunately, she was unable to make it to court. We would ask for a PR bond or in the alternative, a reasonable bond.
So, yeah, I haven't said it already. I'll recall the bench warrants on files, including 1797. I'm going to take under advisement for, on jail diversion, can we get a plan in place for Miss Browning? Maybe that might be better before releasing. So I'll just refer to CMH for jail diversion plan. Okay. And then on the other matters, court is entering pleas of not guilty, OAC, jail diversion. So right now, I'll take it under advisement until I hear from CMH on the plan is in place. Miss Browning, if you were drug tested today, how are you going to test?
Sober.
Okay. Jail, can we drug test Miss Browning just so we have the results in the file for Judge Jones?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you, Miss Browning. Be in contact. Now, in the matter of people oh no, I'm sorry, on I think it's with regard to Miss Love, I'll have jail diversion, and so disregard Miss Browning. I'll put a bond of 2,500 cash surety on her files.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I made the wrong notes. On People versus Love, 242693, 241356, 242910. Appearances for the record.
Carrie Turner on behalf of Crystal Love.
Okay, and on file number 242693, it says here she failed to appear for sentencing on 8/19. Is there a reason?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Love has indicated that she was at crisis residential and she was hospitalized at the time of sentencing.
Failed to appear for a show cause hearing on 7/8/24 and on 8/12/24.
Your Honor, Ms. Love has also indicated that she has been going through some tough times. She has been homeless, didn't have anywhere to receive mail, and her phone was stolen. As I had indicated earlier, she has been going through a bit of a crisis. She has been very forthcoming, and it's been a tough time for her. We would just ask this court to be considerate when taking this into account.
Miss Love, if you were drug tested today, how would you test? Can't hear you, Miss Love.
There you go. You're on. Here we go. That's how we test.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna be clean though.
What's floating in your system?
Just some cocaine.
That's not just, that's not, okay.
I mean, that's just what I'm saying. It's not, I'm not saying that it's right, but that's just all that will show up.
Why? So Judge Fichter, just to let you know, has a hold on your sentencing case, okay? I'm gonna take the file today, so CMH is here, so they'll work out hopefully we get a plan together on stabilizing you somehow. And then,
Okay.
you'll hear from Judge Fichtner and then Judge Hoffman, in a little bit, or you'll get paperwork on it, okay? You're gonna have to
All right.
All right.
So I'm gonna be staying here until then?
Just for a minute, I'll let Judge Fickner know today that you're in jail so that, and then CMH, I will try and do the Zoom version to figure out what to do, okay?
Uh-huh.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Sanders.
People versus Sanders on 44791.
What am I saying?
Right there.
For the record.
Gary Turner on behalf of Bridget Sanders.
Okay. And waive the reading?
Yes, Your Honor, we would waive a formal reading, enter a plea of not guilty, refer to OAC. I have confirmed that her address is 1236 Sheridan Avenue.
Court winner plea of not guilty. Pre-exam is 9:17 at 3:15. Preliminary exam is 9:23 at 3 p.m. That's in front of Judge Hoffman. And then as to bond.
Yes, Your Honor, Ms. Sanders has been a resident of Saginaw County for the past 5 years. She has indicated she has been on disability. She has some criminal history. However, she is has no pending criminal cases. It's not on probation or parole at the moment. We would ask for a reasonable bond.
Well, let's do this. Ms. Sanders, I'm gonna take your bond under advisement so I can hear from CMH. All right, so we're gonna do jail diversion. You also have an extensive record in Georgia, Texas, and Florida, and Michigan. You have bench warrants outstanding in Flint. And so I'm a little concerned that, you have a history of not appearing. And so, so I'm gonna take it under advisement for the bond, and then I'll wait to hear from CMH as well. All right. How are you gonna drug test? How are you gonna drug test?
Oh, I'm positive. I've had 11 years sober this year.
All right, I'll wait to hear from CMH. Take it under advisement.
I do have my appointment is already set up for tomorrow at CMH.
Okay,
My mental health.
what's your appointment for?
They hospitalized me after the incident for 10 days and I got hospitalization plus outpatient treatment. So it's already set up. After the incident, they took me straight to the hospital.
Ms. Tracy, does she have an appointment tomorrow? CMH will confirm that later and we'll figure it out. All right. You're all set. People versus Stne on 416-7168 and 717-424. Appearances for the record.
Gary Turner on behalf of Aisha Stne.
All right, and waive the reading on 717-424.
Correct, Your Honor. We would waive a formal reading, enter a plea of not guilty, refer to OAC. I have confirmed that her address is 3630 Hess Avenue.
And then I have a bench warrant on her failing to respond to our 10-day letter and or to pay the fines. She's supposed to be on a payment plan. She didn't do any of that. So what's the reason for not taking care of business?
Yeah, she has indicated that she has 3 children that she provides for. They have just started school, and his money is a little tight right now. She has told me that she can pay in full in 2 weeks once she gets her paycheck. But
she's saying things that she's not keeping. She doesn't. I don't have a problem in the fact that she's not able to take care of financial commitments. That wasn't the reason for the letter. The letter was to let her know that it's outstanding and to contact us, and she didn't even contact us. And that is the issue, Ms. Stne. And the fact that your Secretary of State says so, you know, you gotta get a handle. All your stuff is.
I'm trying, Your Honor, I've been trying to pick up some hours so I can be able to have some extra money to at least put some down payments down. It's just been hard because it's so much that I'm taking care of on my own, so I barely have no extra money to really pay for it. Although I know I should have contacted you.
3 or 4 clinics already. I'm trying to, and I think I may have mentioned it to you last time. I'm getting to help you get your license. And how long have you been in jail?
I got in last night,
Last night.
last evening. I'm trying to I'm supposed to be going back to work today, so I'm trying to work so I can come up with the money.
Well, one thing would be, understanding that you have financial issues, but the last ticket we had, you had a failure to stop for assured clear distance, which meant that you played bumper cars with one of our fellow neighbors on the road. And so, it's one thing to have financial issues, and we understand that we want to help you. It's another to be a terrible driver. So, let's get some priorities here. So I'm gonna do a PR bond. I'll give you credit time served on the other ticket. And then, you've got to get your license. So let's try this again. All right. Call office of the assigned counsel. So you got a lawyer that's gonna help you work your way through. All right?
Yes, sir.
Right up here.
Thank you.
People versus Bates.
Gary Turner on behalf of Robert Bates.
Waive the reading.
Yes, Your Honor, we would waive a formal reading, enter a plea of not guilty, and refer to OAC. We do have an updated address for Mr. Bates.
Okay.
It is,
Well, you don't need to give me the address because for right now, well, we'll get to that issue with regard to his new address when we address bond. Go ahead. First of all, let me do this. You said you waived the reading. Court will enter plea of not guilty, office of assigned counsel. I have the next court dates on pre-exam on 9/11 at 9:45. Preliminary exam is 9/18 at 9 a.m. That will be back in this courtroom. Now, please ask the bond.
yes, Your Honor, Mr. Bates is a lifelong resident of Saginaw County. He does have one child who's 3 years old that lives with him. He is currently on probation in Saginaw County. As far as I know, he is in compliance with probation. He checked in with his probation officer last month. He has indicated to me that the listed victim in the case does live at a different address, so there will be no contact with the victim in the case. We would ask for a reasonable bond.
In that, the defendant is charged on count 1 of home invasion, count 2 of home invasion. One is first degree, one is second degree. Count 3 is assault with intent to do great bodily harm, less than murder, or involving strangulation. In addition, count 4 is domestic violence, indicating that the case involves intimate partner abuse. This court had a case with that Mr. Bates was before this court within the last year, involving the same victim, involving the nature of the same charges as intimate partner abuse, on domestic violence and/or strangulation and suffocation. Given that this court deems Mr. Bates as a danger not only to the victim but to society, bond will be set at $200,000, cash surety only, no contact with the victim. In the matter of People versus Goine, 244422, appearances for the record.
Gary Turner on behalf of Derek Wine.
Waive the reading.
Yes, Your Honor, we would waive a formal reading, enter a plea of not guilty, refer to OAC.
Court will enter plea of not guilty, office of assigned counsel. Pre-exam is 9:18 at 9 a.m. Preliminary exam is 9:23 at 4 p.m. That's in front of Judge Clark. As to bond.
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Groin does live in Flint. He is a lifelong resident of Flint. He is not currently employed at the moment. However, he does have a few interviews lined up. He has an interview tomorrow. He has a child at the age of 2 years old. He is currently on bond at the moment. However, this case happened before the case he's on bond for. So I would note that this happened before the case that he was on bond for. For those reasons, we would ask for a PR bond, or in the alternative, a reasonable bond.
Well, he's scheduled to be sentenced in front of Judge Jackson on the 19th of this month. So, all right. And he is on day reporting?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. So then, it's my understanding that then the case was not issued until after the previous case, which he is on day reporting. All right. I do have a letter from day, or an email from day reporting, stating that he's already on the day reporting program, and will be up for Judge Jackson to determine with regard to the bond. So at this time, it'll be 10,000 personal recognizance, and well, actually, I'm going to take it under advisement so I can talk to Judge Jackson's court first. All right, all set.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. In the matter of People versus Vetrano, 223990.
Gary Turner on behalf of Daniel Vetrano.
Okay. Recall the bench warrant. Anything you want to say before I hold them?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, there's a hold. We'll be setting a minute until we fit them into our docket. This is like a third bench warrant. Plus, I think he has to get a hold of Mr. Collison, his attorney. So we'll let Mr. Collison know that he is at the facility next door. Have a pleasant day. In regards to People versus Garcia, 242782, appearances for the record.
Gary Turner on behalf of Andres Garcia. We would waive a formal reading, enter a plea of not guilty, and refer to OAC.
Court will enter a plea of not guilty. Refer to Office of Assigned Counsel. Pre-exam is 9:18 at 9 a.m. Preliminary exam is 9:24 at 8:30 a.m. And that's in front of Judge Clark. As to bond.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Garcia is a lifelong resident of Saginaw County. He is not currently employed at the moment. However, he is the caretaker of his father. His father is quite elderly and sick, and he does take care of him full time. He also has 2 children at the ages of 3 and 10. He has a very limited criminal history. We would ask for a reasonable bond.
I'd like to know what his definition of limited is.
He's indicated to me, Your Honor, that he has a limited criminal history.
I understand what he's telling you. I'm just wondering what his definition of limited is, because he's qualifying for the Admirals Club in the Saginaw County State of Michigan Rewards Program for coming through the court system. Appears that the job profession that he has picked involves burglar tools. Mr. Garcia, if you were drug tested today, how would you test?
I was drug test dirty, Your Honor, because I relapsed when my mother and my brother and my sister recently died all in a year.
Well, I'm sorry to hear the loss of your family, Mr. Garcia. The offense date on this case is March 21, so it's been a minute. And
I have been clean since I've been in jail. I've been in jail over 2 days now.
I know you're struggling, Mr. Garcia.
It's hard, but I'm trying to get it together.
Let me ask for a court recommendation. All right. The pre-trial is going to talk to you.
Okay, thank you.
Right out here.
Rudolph on 244874. Appearances for the record.
Carrie Turner, on behalf of Michael Rudolph, we would enter for waiver form a reading, enter plea of not guilty, refer to OAC.
Plea of not guilty. Refer to office of assigned counsel. Pre-exam is 9:17 at 3:30. Preliminary exam is 9:23 at 3:15. That's in front of Judge Hoffman. As to bond.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Rudolph is employed at Heinz Tree Service. He does have one child at the age of 3 months old. We would also suggest a referral to CMH. Mr. Rudolph was my previous client on some other cases. We were working with our social worker, Maria, in our office, and we have some plans to continue that working with our social worker. Based on that, we would ask for a reasonable bond.
Well, here's the issue. Mr. Rudolph is wanted by Traverse City. Apparently, he was trusted to return, but they never part, but he did. He knew nothing of their charms, apparently, to quote Perry Cuomo. So, Mr. Rudolph is not only a danger to community at this point, but he's also a flight risk. So, you're going to have Miss Romo talk with him then?
I will, Your Honor.
All right. And so I am going to put a bond, though, however, because of not only the fact that I'm worried about the issue as to safety, not only to the community, but to himself. So with regard to file number 244419, 3,500 cash surety, no contact with the victim. With regard to 244874, which involves aggravated domestic violence, bond will be set at 75,000 cash surety, no contact with the victim. Once a plan is in place, once there's other issues that are involved, then they can begin addressing the bond issue if necessary. But at this time, I'm going to leave the bond as is so it can be held.
Thank you, Your Honor. Would you also enter a referral to CMH too, or just stick with Ms. Romo?
Yeah, I'll refer him over for jail diversion. We'll do it that way, but it'd be better for Miss Romo to focus on that, okay? So he can,
Okay.
just so that whoever is appointed, I assume it might be from the Public Defender's Office, so they can keep on top of what's going on in case he gets buried in the system, okay?
Okay.
All right. In the matter of People versus Doletsky, 233802717-432, appearances for the record.
Carrie Turner on behalf of Wayne Doletsky.
Right. Apparently there's some bench warrant. Oh, and also there's 2 tickets. I'm sorry, 3 tickets. A, B, and C. There we go. Now we got it. That's on 717-432, A, B, and C. Court winner, waive the reading.
Yes, Your Honor, we would waive a formal reading, enter a plea of not guilty, and refer to OAC.
And then a plea of not responsible.
I'm sorry, yeah, correct, Your Honor.
So PR bond on the tickets, plea of not responsible, set for pretrial on the civil infraction. Now, Mr. Doletsky has the bench warrant from Judge Jurin on 23302 to appear via Zoom in person. This is the 3rd failure to appear, either on Zoom or in person. And final pretrial. The reason why he's not showing up Is there a reason why he's not showing up?
I would defer to Mr. Lusky. I believe he tried to answer, Your Honor.
I was in court at 1:30 that day on the 29th.
Well, I guess you're gonna have to tell that to Judge Jones. He has a refer to 5. All right, we'll let Judge Jones know you're at the Saginaw residential facility for short-term offenses. Pleasant day. Thank you, jail.
Thank you, Your Honor.